Tantalus sat at the god's own table. They broke bread with him, shared wine, spoke prophecy into his ear, a mortal man so favored that even Zeus called him friend. Then he murdered his son Pelops, butchered him like a goat, and served the meat to the gods to see if they were truly omniscient. Most of them knew. Most of them refused to eat. But Demeter, half mad with grief over her stolen daughter, reached for a shoulder bone and bit down before she understood what her teeth held. The gods restored the boy to life. They replaced the eaten flesh with ivory. And Tantalus they sent to Tartarus, where he stands in water to his neck, dying of thirst that will never end. Because the only price higher than the price of impiety is the one you pay forever. Tantalus rules Lydia from a throne that smells of cedar and wine. The court knows him as a man the gods favor. They say Zeus himself has sat at his table, that Poseidon has walked his halls. Tantalus believes this is proof of something. He believes it means he has been chosen. But chosen for what? He cannot quite name, and this is where his thinking curdles. He sits alone in his Megaron at night, turning a cup in his hands, and he thinks about omniscience, about whether the gods truly see everything, or whether they simply see what mortals allow them to see. Whether there is a difference. His son Pelops enters the Megaron at dawn, still young, still believing his father's boasts about divine friendship. Tantalus watches him cross the stone floor. He watches the light catch the boy's shoulder, and in that moment, Tantalus understands what question he has been asking all along. If the gods are truly all-knowing, truly omniscient, then nothing he does can be hidden from them. But if he offers them proof, if he places obscenity itself before them and they fail to recognize it, then they are not gods at all. They are only tall men who have learned to lie. Tantalus's hand moves to the hunting knife at his belt. The boy does not see it. The murder happens fast. A blade to the back of the neck, and Pelops falls like a sacrificial animal. Tantalus drags him to the kitchen, to the stone where servants dress game. The body is still warm. He cuts with the precision of a man who has done this 1,000 times to goats and cattle, and this is no different. He tells himself this, and the lie holds barely. He separates the shoulder from the joint. He removes the spine in 3 careful cuts. He wraps the pieces in grape leaves and wild herbs that mask the smell of what they are. By the time his cooks arrive, the feast is half prepared. By evening, the gods will arrive hungry and unsuspecting. Zeus arrives first, his beard braided with gold, Poseidon at his shoulder like a shadow made solid. Athena comes veiled. Others follow, Hephaestus, Apollo, Hestia. They recline on cushions of purple cloths. They accept wine. They smell the herbs on the meat, and their faces show pleasure, nothing more. Tantalus stands at the edge of the table, watching them eat. Each bite is a question he is asking. Each swallow is an answer he is waiting for. The gods talk among themselves. They praise the wine. They make prophecies about coming harvests. They do not seem to notice anything amiss. Demeter arrives late. She has been searching, always searching, for her daughter in the dark places beneath the earth, and the search has hollowed her. Her grief is a living thing that follows her into the Megaron. She is offered a plate of meat, and without thinking, without even looking, she reaches for the shoulder. She brings it to her mouth. She tastes it. For 3 heartbeats, nothing. Then her body understands what her mind refuses. She spits. She tears the food from her lips. And in that instant, one by one, the other gods recognize what they have been eating. Zeus goes rigid. Poseidon's hand clenches. Athena's eyes flash with a rage so pure it seems to burn the air itself. The table goes still. They do not punish him yet. First, they restore the boy. Pelops is remade, bones fused, organs restored, the machinery of life wound back into motion. But Demeter's bite has taken the shoulder, and what is eaten cannot be restored from nothing. So Zeus commands his divine smiths, and ivory is shaped to the exact contour of living bone. Pelops wakes gasping, whole and half-white, wearing his father's crime as a permanent shoulder. Tantalus looks at his son and understands, finally, what omniscience means. They knew. They have always known. His test has answered itself. The gods do see everything, and they saw him reach for the knife. Zeus speaks the judgment without anger. This is worse than anger. He speaks it as a man states a law of nature. Tantalus will go to Tartarus, to the deepest pit where the light has never reached. He will stand in a pool of black water that rises to his neck. Above his head, a fruit tree will grow, its branches heavy with apples and figs. Whenever he bends to drink, the water will drain away, leaving him gasping in air. Whenever he reaches for the fruit, the branches will lift beyond his grasp. He will be hungry and thirsty forever. He will never die. This is not punishment in the sense that mortals understand it. This is precision. Tantalus wakes in darkness. The stone beneath him is cold. He is standing in water that reaches his collarbone, and he is dying of thirst. His mouth is dust. His throat is rawhide. He bends forward, cups the black water in his palms, and brings it to his lips. The instant his mouth touches it, the water vanishes. Not spilled, not drained, gone as if it never existed. He straightens and looks up. Above him, a fig tree hangs heavy with fruit. He reaches. The branch rises. He reaches again. It rises again. The hunger in him is an animal thing now, and the fruit dangles just beyond his fingertips, and will hang just beyond his fingertips for as long as forever lasts. But Pelops survives. The ivory shoulder does not stop him from living a long life, from ruling, from fathering sons. And those sons will inherit more than their father's throne. They will inherit his grandfather's hunger for power, his grandfather's blindness to consequence, his grandfather's certainty that they can deceive the gods. The house of Atreus will rise and fall on the blood of its own family, and each king will discover what Tantalus learned too late, that there is no test the gods cannot pass, and no crime too secret to escape their sight. The story of Tantalus does not end in Tartarus. It ends in the houses of his descendants, where the curse continues to exact its price.